this is for Connor. Just in case, I feel like blue. I just hate stop signs. Alright, so we are 4 minutes away from Foundation Nutrition, which is one of my favorite supplement stores in Strongsville. And they have this drink, it's called Good Morning. If you guys are not taking that, you need to ASAP. And I ran out like 3 weeks ago and not good. So I'm going there. If they have an interesting protein powder, I might buy that. I don't know. And then we're going to go to Walmart. I have to do some grocery shopping because I started prep and I'm out of some food. So we're going to go to the grocery store and then we are going to hit glutes and hamstrings later on because what's new? It's like every bikini girl does is glutes and hamstrings like 18 times a week. So we're almost there. We're going to make it in like 4 minutes to spare. It's not good. No. I was real late today. That's all right. You win some, you lose some. But we're winning one today because we're a couple minutes. We even shaved off 2 minutes. Have you ever had muffins before?
No.
Okay. So, muffins. I should probably get you one. I'll get you one. Are they that good? Well, it depends. I am not someone that, like, fantasizes about food. Like, I'm very plain with my food. Mm-hmm. Like, I just use salt as a seasoning. I'm good, like, I don't need nothing fancy. I'm very, like, plain Jane.
You're not a foodie?
No, not really. Well, I am if it's, like, sushi or, like, a good steak or something like that. But I just don't really, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, yeah. I mean, I like food. Don't get me wrong, obviously. Like, I like a good burger, you know, for sure. But I feel like sometimes when people are on, like, prep or they're in bodybuilding, they come up with, like, the craziest creations. And honestly, mad respect to them for, like, coming up with that. Like, mad respect. I am just, one, not that creative. And I'm creative with my clients. Like, I'll give my clients some pretty, like, fun stuff. But, like, for myself, my coach is like, yeah, like, we're doing rice and eggs. I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. Which sounds so stupid. The only thing I get creative about is my pancake bowl in the morning. But it's really not that creative. It's literally Kodiak mix, protein powder, yogurt, and peanut butter. So it's not that crazy. But my friend who's on my team, she loves these muffin things. And I had never had one. And she has one every morning in her cream of rice bowl. And homegirl gets freaking creative with her cream of rice bowl. And different flavor. Like, it takes her like 25-30 minutes to even make this thing. Like, crazy. So anyways, she came up to Ohio and she's like, you need to try, like, a muffin. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm trying a muffin. So before I picked her up from the airport, I went and I bought, like, an assortment of, like, 10 different muffins because I didn't know which one she wanted. And they have them at the store. So if you don't get them at the store, you have to order them on Hummus Fit, which is who makes them. And the shipping is, like, super expensive. So I'm like, dang, jackpot. Okay, so I get a couple flavors. And I tried them. So long story short to say, I tried them. And they're good, but I'm not, like, oh, my God, I need a muffin. Like, it's not that good. It's, like, I feel like people fantasize about them a little bit more than they probably should be. But, I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Also, too, what I don't understand about the muffins is, like, people are like, oh, they're protein muffins. They're, like, 500 calories. That is, like, a full-blown meal. Like, what? We are not saving calories by eating this. Not that you have to save calories, but, like,
meal replacement snack.
Yeah, yes. It's like, you know when people do, like, those meal replacement smoothies or whatever they do? This is, like, a meal replacement snack. Now, she does, like, a half of a muffin, like, with her cream of rice, so it's, like, a whole thing. And, like, a half of a muffin, like, that's pretty good, you know? Maybe it's, like, 200 calories. So it's, like, basically like a protein bar. You know, like, most protein bars are, like, 225 or something, right? So it's not that bad. But it's also in this kind of shady plaza. Okay, lady, go ahead. You know what one of my biggest pet peeves about driving is? Is when someone pulls out like that, and then, like, if I kept going. Like, people shouldn't do that, I feel. Because, like, she can't see. Like, she's just trying to back up. Are you joking? Are they already closed?
No, they're open.
Heck yeah. Okay. We'll be so fast. They're going to be like... These are the muffins. Good, how are you? Sorry. Oh, you're fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Twix bar. See? I told you, you have to get one. Okay, we'll get you one. What flavor do you want?
Oh, gosh. What's your favorite?
Okay, I really like the cookies and cream one. I hear that this one's good. People really like this one. This one's pretty good. Twix bar is probably gas. Ooh, German chocolate cake? That one could be good. Okay. I like it Connor more. I feel like Connor might like this German chocolate one, but what's on it? Is it like coconut flakes? I don't know about all that business. I know he likes the ones with the filling. I feel like this one he would maybe like. This is for Connor. Is the apple crisp juice one good? Have you had that
Our
one?
owner likes it. I haven't
Yeah?
tried it before. I like all their other flavors. That's the only one I just haven't had.
You haven't tried that one yet? I was thinking about the iced tea, but like I drink it in the morning. Like, do I want iced tea in the morning?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the apple one, they said it tastes kind of like a spiced apple juice kind of thing.
That could be gas. I currently have this orange one, but I think I'll try this one.
Yeah, I've had the orange and I really like that.
I know, I like the orange too. That's why I'm like, do I switch? So risky. I don't think I'm gonna switch. Because if I don't like it, then I'll be sad. So one thing right now that I'm super irritated about, well not irritated, is I have to pick a protein powder that's 110 calories because that's the one that I've been using for my protein, for my pancake bowl. And there is not a lot of protein powders that are 100 calories because that's the one that I've been using, and since I started prep, I gotta make sure it's consistent. And so I'm trying to pick one that I really like, but like it's so hard to find one that's 110. I fear I should call my mom and see if she needs anything from here, but... Oh wait, have you tried the Ghost protein bar?
Didn't know they had one.
Yeah, they just came out with that, but they have so many fun things here. I could be in the store forever. Also, by the way, Anna Bar is actually the funniest protein.
That's fine.
Yeah. You guys, there is never buy one, get one free strawberries, especially at a Giant Eagle. And we got it. I do have quite a few blueberries already, but you can never have enough because just in case, I feel like blueberries go so fast. Alright, asparagus. Asparagus, or I get them in these bags because the skinny asparagus, when you cook them, they are not good. Also, because of prep, like, I'm supposed to do 85 grams of asparagus, but like, I just like the bigger ones because when they just get so stringy when they're small, and then when they're small, they shrink down so much. So I try to get like consistently the same size asparagus. That way, those 85 grams are like the same calories, because if you get really skinny ones, then it could be more calories. So I just try to keep a consistent size. So yeah, the bagged ones or the fresh ones, that's game. Okay, I think I'm just gonna get this one. They don't have the organic one, which that's the one that I like to get. They only have that in 90-10. So I'm just gonna get one package, because then I'll come back and get the organic one once it's refilled. So many people use this Teddy's one. I do like the Teddy's brand, but not even gonna lie. This one is my favorite. I feel like it's a little bit saltier than the other ones, and I do like a saltier peanut butter, so I always use this one. And the creamy kind, I am not someone that likes to put nuts in my peanut butter, which it's good, but when you're measuring it out and like you're on prep, the nuts weigh more, so you get like less peanut butter. So you just, also you guys, hack, my friend taught me this, if you have an oily peanut butter, store it upside down and it will not be oily anymore when you turn it upside down and scoop it into your food. Oh my god. I didn't think they were going to have my yogurt, but they do. It's all the way in the back. There she is. When you have short arms, it's really hard to grocery shop. You have to go like inside the freezer. And I think they're on sale. Even better. These go on my pancake bowl. Alright, so on our way to the gym. Gonna hit some glutes and hamstrings today. Third time this week. That's how many days I hit lower body. Right now, got my pre-workout meal, 150 grams of jasmine rice, 85 grams of chicken, and 85 grams of asparagus. So right now, I kind of mentioned earlier that I started prep. So I'm on week 2 in, but we removed my free meals like probably about 3 weeks ago to kind of do like a little bit of cleanup phase just to get some water out before we started prep officially. It's been going really good. I have carbs in most of my meals still. We took it out of one of my meals only because sometimes in the beginning of the prep for me, like my body's a little bit slow to respond. And for me, like we have to get pretty low with my food because with my like leg injury, I can't do super high amounts of cardio. So we kind of like rely on using food as like our main way to lose weight. And then, you know, dabble in cardio as we can. So like right now I'm doing 4 days for 25 minutes. And then lifting 5 days a week. Eventually that 4 days will probably go to 5, then I'll go to 6. And then we'll probably start increasing like the duration up to like a half hour. I think my last prep last year we got up to doing, so we literally did 30 minutes of the Stairmaster up to 6 days a week, or maybe we got to 7 days a week, I can't remember. It was one of the two. And then like about 3 weeks before my first show, we then added in 20 minutes of incline walking. So so really like my entire prep was pretty much a half hour cardio, which is great, but again, like my food gets pretty low, so sometimes we have to be a little bit aggressive with that. So yeah, we're on our way. Echo's in the back, ready to go, and I'm ready to eat.
Know what it's like, I can't stay here forever, stay here forever. Baby, I'm just keeping it real. You hold me down on the weather, down on the weather. You hold me down, 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 down. I try to turn it around, but you hold me down, 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 down. 10 feet under the ground. You pull me down, 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 down. I try to turn it around, but you pull me down, 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 down. 10 feet under the ground. You pull me
All right, so hamstrings and glutes today. Already told you guys that, but we are in prep. I've said it a couple times. My show right now that we're aiming for is August 15th. I typically don't book a show, like actually pay for it, register, all that stuff, until like a couple weeks out. Just because sometimes I feel like when you book a show like too early, there's like so much pressure to make sure you hit that deadline. Of course, like that's the deadline we're shooting for. That's what we're prepping for, but something comes up, things are moving quicker, things are moving slower, you can always adjust. But August 15th is the show. I'm really excited. This is it's a pro-am show that I'm doing, so I'm pretty excited to like be in front of pro judges. A little nervous because I feel like that tends to bring like a new level of like caliber of athletes to the show. So it's going to be like a big challenge for me, and also kind of help me see, exactly where I stack up, in like more of it seems like a bigger, like higher quality NPC show, which I'm excited about. Outside of my show on August 15th, I would like to then compete again in August for the second time, thinking like either the week after or 2 weeks after. And then after that, I kind of have some stuff to do with work. So like this huge trade show in September, so I'm trying to avoid competing in September because this trade show is like really big for work for me, and I'm super passionate about my work and what I do, so I want to be able to be like 100% at that show. And so probably not going to be competing in September, but potentially competing again in October and November. We'll see. Kind of all depends on what my coach says, how I'm looking. If he thinks we should stretch my season out that long, obviously if you guys have been in bodybuilding, like the longer you're in a deficit, you're at loss for muscle loss. You're at risk for muscle loss. I'm actually going to talk and things like that. So I'm hoping maybe we compete those 2 times in August, kind of reverse out a little bit, not too much, but get some more food back in my system, get a little bit of rest in, pull cardio down a little bit, and then in October, November, kind of compete again. I would love to compete at Ben Weider this year at nationals, but for me, it's really just want to make sure I have the muscle capacity, that I need to compete at that level. And I know a lot of people are always like, oh, I don't want to compete at nationals till I'm ready, but ultimately, like, you're never going to be ready. Like, you could be your most ready that you could ever be and still take second. You could be the most ready you've ever be and get second calls, third calls. So for me, it's not necessarily about, quote, being ready. It's more about making sure that I have the muscle density and the criteria, as much as I can for that show, and that I can hang with that level of girls. So if I could do Ben Weider this year, it'd be awesome. If not, maybe next year, but we'll just see.
Across the sea, I know that we could be forever.
are done. Today, focusing hamstrings, glutes, and like each one of my leg days, they kind of focus a little bit different. So today was really more about like hamstrings, like lengthening movements, like trying to get a little bit more of that hamstring glute tie-in. Not really so much working the upper glute, but a couple exercises to work the upper glute. So kind of starting with, you know, doing the hamstring ball curls. Those are killer. You guys should definitely implement those into your, you know, warm-ups, just getting the hamstrings firing. And then we went into, you know, our RDLs, really focusing on lengthening the movement. And in that exercise, sometimes I do it a little more volume-based, but today was a little bit more loaded. So our reps kind of stayed between, I think like about 8 to 10-ish. And I felt really, really good on those. I used to do those just with the dumbbells, but now doing them on the pitch bar has been so much better. Then we moved into doing like the hack squat, where I was doing those pulses at the bottom, like really targeting the lengthening of that hamstring and the glute tie-in. We did our kickbacks to really focus on the glute, abduction to focus on the glute, and we did some supersets earlier with like those set side steps with the RDLs, which really help keep the glutes engaged, kind of tire them out a little bit, so I'm working them even more when I'm in that RDL movement. Then we finished off with some abs. I do use the foam roller when I do crunches, so I'll have to do a whole video on this one time, but with I have a medical implant in my back, and I'm not really supposed to like curl my spine necessarily, so with the foam roller, I can like lay over it arched, and then I can kind of curl up to like pretty much flat, and then back down, and I kind of get the same ab engagement than it would be if I was flat to like a curl position, so I really like using these. So if you like the way that I train, and you are interested in working with me and meeting your goals, and you're in the gym and your nutrition and the kitchen, all the things, Echo Strength, we are taking on clients right now. I typically do this about once a month. I open up my wait list, and currently I have 2 spots open for the month of April. So be sure to use the link in the description to sign up with the jot form. We can book a consultation call, talk about your goals, and get you training lower body 3 days a week too. So other than that, one thing that I've been really preparing for in this prep is my mindset. I think so many competitors struggle with the mindset, and you don't realize how much your mind is connected with how your body responds to things. So we've been in prep for about 2 weeks now, and one of the things that I am currently kind of struggling with and preparing and working through is my data was so good going into the prep, like 10 out of 10 execution every single week, every single month. Like I've been perfect on my plan, and I really was like, we're gonna start prep, we're gonna make tiny little changes, and I'm just gonna drop weight. Like it's just gonna happen. And I think we think that so much, like you make a little change and you expect so much out of your body. And so the first 2 weeks have been not that. And I was a little bit disappointed and kind of got in my head a little bit, because I'm like, oh my gosh, my data was so good. I really thought that, you know, we would drop food and I would see a change, and we really haven't seen much change in my weight. It definitely gets to your head a little bit, and you start thinking, oh my gosh, am I gonna get behind? Like every week counts, and like you're thinking, I gotta lose, you know, X amount of weight, I need to do this amount a week. And so that definitely got to me a little bit. But one thing that I have to keep in mind, and my coach reminds me, and I've been working on a lot myself this season, is that worrying is only gonna make you hold on to more water. Like worrying is only gonna spike cortisol. Worrying about whether you are going to lose weight or not lose weight has more of a physical like stress and like appearance on your body than if you just let it go and let your coach do your thing. And so my plan this season, whether I have weeks where I don't lose weight or I have weeks that I do lose weight, is I am just, it's none of my business. Like I'm putting it all on my coach. Like Alex Toplin, he's my coach. He's the best coach I ever had. He will take care of it, you know? So like these first 2 weeks, it's like, even though I was frustrated with myself and a little bit disappointed, I'm like, you know what? If I keep worrying about it, then I'm not gonna drop weight. I'm just gonna let him handle it, and I'm just gonna execute the plan. So that's what I'm gonna be doing this prep, and all throughout this prep, anytime I have a mindset dip, like that is all I'm gonna think about, because if I'm mentally right, my body will respond. It's just a matter of time. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.